Hey there, so I was digging through my childhood closet and found a Smithsonian Crystal Growing Kit circa 1996. And there were still a couple of packets inside. So we're going to grow a couple of crystals today, and then when we're done, I'm going to show you something that you can do at home for just a couple of dollars if you want to grow some crystals with your kids, or you just kind of want to have some fun for just a couple of dollars. To be fair, 4 pounds of magnesium sulfate and 5 cups of water was probably a bit excessive, but this will be fun. Stay tuned. Before we begin, a special thanks to my Patreon and Mineral of the Month Club members. You make videos like this possible, and please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing as well. Let's begin. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the instructions and I couldn't find a reliable source online in a timely manner, so we're going off of memory, and we're using some of the ingredients that we have left in the box. This first packet is a monoammonium phosphate, and the idea is to saturate a solution of water with this material and then add it to a container to get crystals to grow. We need the material to be saturated. So we're heating up this water, we're adding in the material, and we're getting it to a point where we can't get any more to dissolve. And look, after a very short amount of time, this was just a couple of hours, crystals are already forming. I did throw the rock in this container as well, hoping to use it as base. So this here is a potash alum, or a potassium aluminum phosphate, and unfortunately I messed it up. It was supposed to be a geode. I put it in the geode mold, it just kind of bricked up, so I melted it back down and put it in another container with a rock like the other ones, but I wasn't noticing any growth, and that was a little bit suspicious to me, but we'll check on it in a little bit. The monoammonium phosphate, though, came out awesome. Look at this. While I'm not a fan of the container imprint, it looks really cool. These crystals are a lot of fun. And then I drained the aluminum and found these crystals in the bottom. Look at these. These are awesome. Fun fact, I found where I can buy a lot of these chemicals just by themselves, so let me know in the comments if you want me to maybe buy a few, mix them together, do some weird Frankenstein crystals. Let's see what we can make. But first, let me show you what you can make, and it's this bad boy right here. I grew this crystal cluster in a Tupperware container with things that you probably already have in your home, and if not, it'll just cost you a couple of dollars. Let's get into it. Here's what you're going to need. Stainless steel pot. A spoon. Some food coloring if you want to use it. A Tupperware. 5 cups of water. And 4 pounds of magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt. This will cost you about $3 or $4 at Walmart. And of course, if you're a kid watching this, get your parents' permission, have them help you. We're going to use the same principle that we used on the other crystals for this. So I've got my 5 cups of water in this pot, and what we're doing is just slowly adding Epsom salt, this magnesium sulfate, to this solution as we heat it up to a simmer, and just letting it dissolve. We're adding in more, bit by bit, more and more, just, quarter cup at a time until it's pretty much all gone. And you'll notice the more you stir in, it'll get a little bit thicker, kind of oily to a degree. It's kind of a weird feeling, but you'll know it as you feel it. You'll notice that the water feels thicker. Now look here, we've got to a point where some of it's just really not going away anymore, and we used about 95% of the bag. So it's time to add some color. I used some blue, I used some green, stirred it all up, mixed it all together, and it ended up looking kind of like baby poop after spinach. But check this out. I poured it warm into the Tupperware, and the crystals began forming within minutes. Steam is breaking them, and the crystals are reforming almost as fast. It's super cool. But here's the final result. Look at these crystals. I just gently tipped it out of the Tupperware. It came right out. Just look at all these sparkles. Now keep in mind, these are not forever crystals. If you say leave them in a moist environment because they are a type of salt, they will weep over time and eventually become brittle. You can maybe keep them around longer in a container with some of those little moisture packets. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Let me know in the comments if you decide to do this for yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.